Good morning, everyone. There's the green light. My name's Gary. We're going to play some harmonica today, some diatonic harmonica as well as chromatic harmonica. And I'm going to go post the information about this broadcast on our website. Website is mammothgardens.com. You can go to the front page there. There's a young lady there that will escort you into the daily schedule, which lists all of our sheet music and our daily activities and everything that we do to become better harmonica players. Every Monday I do a beginner's lesson, so if you're new to harmonica and you just need somebody to help you get started, we do that on Mondays, and then the rest of the week we just practice and continue to play. Alright, looks like I got this posted. Let me make sure it goes to the right spot. Click. And sure enough, that's where we're going. While everybody's loading in, I usually run over to Twitter and post our activities on Twitter. ps://mammothgardens.com, and that way everybody can join us in the whole wide world. And today, let me tell you what we're going to be working on today. Today is Simple Gifts. We have the same 5 songs we won't use every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So for Simple Gifts we've been playing since lesson 1 pretty much. And we're now, I don't remember, what lesson are we on? Number 117. Which is every lesson's about the same. Although the difference is, of course, is we're getting better as we go along. And so there's that. And then we're going to do our scales. Every day we do some scales. And again, the idea is to be thinking in terms of as musicians, how we approach pieces of music. And then after the scales, we're going to play a song called Buffalo Gals, old-fashioned 1890s probably type tune, and try to get some fun out of that one. Then we switch to chromatic harmonica. We've also been doing our scales there. We have 4 scales we've been using lately, and we're going to add in a few more. And then our big song for the day is Hedwig's theme on chromatic, which is a heck of a hard song to play from Harry Potter. So I'm realizing as I'm sitting here that I took my harmonicas over to the shop yesterday. I grabbed my daily harmonicas, and they're both sitting over there. So I'm going to go grab those. I'll be right back. All right, and there's my harmonicas, or 2 of them. You'll end up with a whole box full of harmonicas the more you play, and because you're always looking for the next best thing. And this is my big harmonica. This has 4 holes down here that are there for show, and they sound like I don't know what you would ever use those sounds for. And then I have my crossover, which everybody says, yeah, you got to get a crossover. So I got one. It's kind of expensive. Plays a whole lot like less expensive harmonicas. But a lot of people really have been enjoying the crossovers. And so I bought one to give it a whirl. Not sure I justify the price of it, but I do like it quite a bit. Who's wandered in? Sandy made it in. Upper Michigan. Good afternoon. Sound is good. Don't hear hissing. Yeah, I turned off. I'm going to start turning off the humidifier when I'm teaching. So if you hear the hissing, Sandy, will you remind me to turn off the humidifier? 42 degrees and pouring rain here today. Okay, Connie is in she's a local. Pouring rain up in Michigan. Isn't that something? Evelyn down in Cuenca. She's been getting a lot of rain lately. Partly cloudy there. She says the sound is good. Melissa's in. Good morning. She's in from Boulder. Melissa and I are having to batten down the hatches. Me and Connie and Melissa were all supposed to get a foot or more of snow this weekend. 2 up in Boulder, Melissa. Get your shovel ready. Or I guess go to the grocery store tonight and then don't get your shovel ready. Don is in. He's from northern Colorado. He's going to get whacked as well. Fran is in. Southern California, getting a little rain down in SoCal these days, which is pretty surprising. Probably people are grumbling about it, I would guess. Melissa, we have a huge storm coming our way this weekend. Lots of music playing time. Yeah, exactly. So when you have bad weather, you sit inside and you play your music. So that's it. Remember, before you found music, you sat inside and listened to music. Now you just sit inside and make music, hopefully. Maybe a little of both. All right, let's get going. I want to play Simple Gifts on harmonica. Let's grab your diatonics and let's go grab Simple Gifts. Simple Gifts, there it is. And we play through it twice, and we start on blow 6, and there's a 3-beat count-in. Hey Patty, Patricia made it in. Good morning, sunny in Littleton. Yeah, we have a pretty nice day here in Colorado. It's about to turn crazy. 3-beat count-in, blow 6, 2 times through. 1, 2, 3. All right, crossover. Kicked it out. Pretty decent, right? Hopefully that's going well for you. Not an overly aggressive song to play, but just really sort of flows very nicely in your harmonica. Hopefully that helps get you warmed up. What's going on over here in chat? All sorts of chitter chatter. Let's see, what did I miss here? Marcia made it in. Good sunny morning. 3 feet up in Boulder. Yeah, we're hearing all sorts of crazy numbers about the amount of snow we're going to get in Colorado. It snows, on and off. We usually have pretty good weather, but occasionally when the wind blows from the east back toward the mountains, and then the snow comes in from the west, it creates what we call upslope, and it's possible to get massive amounts of snow. It doesn't happen very often, but it can. So. Let's see. Marcia says, Hedwig, repeat question. Did you see the email? I haven't looked at email in a day or so I will have to. I'll look at it, Marcia. But we could talk about it here. When we get to it. How about that? And then we can all decide. Welcome in, Kat. Hey, how are you? All right, let's go grab the scales, diatonic scales, please. Let's get those knocked out. Diatonic notes in C. And my headline says diatonic harmonica. That's not helpful, is it? Well, I guess it's what it is, right? It tells you which holes make which notes, gives you the scales, gives you the... Yeah, I guess that's probably the right headline on there. Key of C note patterns. Yeah, I thought, all right, I'll live with that. We're not changing anything yet. From the top, 2 times through, C major scale, please. 1, 2, 3, 4. That sounded nice. Boy, you guys who told me about crossovers, I'm down. All right. Let's do the A minor. We're about to find out if I'm down, right? Let's do the minor. Let's do the A minor scale from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fighting me a little bit. Like all good harmonicas, you get to 8, 9s, and 10s, and they say, all right, go ahead, give it a try, do your best. That's what G harmonicas are for, right? To get those notes. There we go. All right, let's go grab, I already forgot. Let's grab Buffalo Gals today. Buffalo Gals. We haven't played this one in a while, so let's see. Yeah, it was part of the great update of 2021 on my computer, my little gadget here, and all of the stuff in the library vanished. Still on the hard drive, it's just not in the library anymore. So let me go grab it. Buffalo Gals, here it is. Looks time like the last time I opened this was January, so we're middle of March already. Goodness sakes! So yeah, I haven't played it in 6 weeks or so. All right, as I'm peeking through it, I'm looking going, oh, well, the notes are not bad, right? 6s, 5s, and 4s. So when we have a song that's a little bit easier to play, we want to get a little aggressive with it and turn it into something fun. Here's how the tune goes, and then we're going to play all 4 verses just for fun. As I was walking down the street, down the street, down the street, a pretty little gal I chanced to meet, oh, she was fair to see. Buffalo gals, won't you come out tonight, come out tonight, come out tonight. Buffalo gals, won't you come out tonight and dance by the light of the moon. Okay, and then if you read the verses, they're very cute. I stopped her and we had a talk. Her feet took up the whole sidewalk and left no room for me. And then the next time around, I asked her if she'd have a dance. I thought that I might have a chance to shake a foot with her. And then the last time, you got a lot of extra syllables. And if you're playing and reading the lyrics, you want to go ahead and toss those in. I danced with the gal with a hole in her stocking, and her heel kept a knocking, and her toe kept a rocking. I danced with the gal with a hole in her stocking, and we danced by the light of the moon. So there's a lot of syllables in there, and when there's multiple syllables, just hit, like for example, 4th verse, measure 2. When we play it the first time through, it's I danced down the street, 1, 2, 3. Donna just walked in. Oh my gosh, and she has a sticky note. Donna, would you like to join the harmonica conversation today?
I'm enjoying the harmonica class.
She lies. She says, I like it when you play harmonica. So, did you have a question that can be shared with the world, or?
Would you just write down your Venmo and PayPal?
Write down my Venmo and PayPal. Venmo is Gary Ugert, I think. I don't know. Let's find.
You can tell me later.
Hold on. Hold on. So I'm going to tell you. I'll tell you what. You guys can all Venmo me money. How about that? Let me see. By the way, if you haven't met my wife, she's wonderful. I have married way above my station. Venmo. I gotta remember. I don't remember
It's
that
okay.
one.
I'll do it.
No, let me do it because it's probably money coming in, is what I'm guessing. So go here to my profile. Gary dash Ugert. So at Gary dash Ugert.
I'm going to start with that.
And PayPal, I think, is just Gary Ugert. I think.
I'll just start with that. Thanks.
Oh, you know where you can find it? Here.
Thanks. That's okay. Keep teaching.
Okay. There we go. All right. So Buffalo Gals. Hopefully that's money coming in, not money going out. Let's see. I don't know. I'm lucky that I get to do what I do, largely because of her. Let's do talk about this. What we were talking about. Oh, Valerie made it in. Hey, Valerie. We were talking about syllables in Buffalo Gals. So the first time through, I walked with as I was walking down the street. So I'm looking at measure 2. Down the street. So it's -6, 6, 5. Down the street. But the last time you come through, hole in her stocking and her. So you want to try as much as possible to get additional 6s or additional 5s. So it'd be hole is -6. And then in her is 2 6s. And then stocking and her, the 5s would be 5 ones. Right? So just add extra little notes in there to get your number of syllables correct. And that way you will end up matching whatever people are singing. And obviously you can't do that if you don't know the lyrics. Unlike ukulele or guitar, where I pretty much put the lyrics on the page and it's annoying and I never look at them ever again. In harmonica, you really do, because you're taking this to replace the singer, and so you want to spend a little bit of time getting to know the lyrics. And as you were reading through sheet music, you think, I don't know if Gary has the lyrics right. Send me an email, because I do. The lyrics are the last thing that goes on, except for the repeat block. Lyrics are the very last thing that goes on to sheet music. I wait until I'm all done with everything, and then I type the lyrics in as quickly and as angrily as possible. And so there's lots of times when I make mistakes on lyrics. And if you're reading through a song as a harmonica player and you're like, I don't think those lyrics make any sense here, toss me a note and I'm happy to take a look at that. Let's see. Marcia, we'll get to Hedwig in just a minute. Christine, is a blues G harmonica the same as a G harmonica? See both advertised, I'm not sure. Yeah, they're the same instrument. They put blues on there because nobody buys harmonicas anymore except blues players, and so they want them to know, hey, you could use this for blues. But yeah, they're the same harm. What brand style do you recommend in standard G harmonica? 28 degrees and sunny up in Bozeman, Christine. So with diatonic, as far as I can tell, there is one called a Melody Maker out there where they have different reeds down here, and I think it's Lee Oscar that makes those, so you get a few extra notes. They throw out the standard tuning and do some different notes down here. That one you probably don't want to buy, because you will have to end up reading standard notation, and the tablature that I put out will not apply to that particular instrument. But all other harmonicas are the same. And obviously if you're looking for a special harmonica, you're probably pretty high up in the food chain harmonica wise. There's about a 99% chance you're an old guy who's been playing harmonica since you were 12, and it is your main thing. Those guys they do some goofy stuff with the tuning of this. But if you happen to be wandering through Amazon and it says harmonica or blues harmonica, they're the same exact thing. The difference, generally speaking, with blues harmonica, they really focus in on these low notes so you can get that bending and make it easier to bend. Right, so I have just a plain old crossover, but it's quite easy to play blues style notes on it, because all I'm doing is bending those notes. And you're trying to make that meow, meow, meow sound. And at the end of the day, blues harmonica is about saying meow into your low notes here. And it will meow, meow. And that's what's going on inside of your embouchure, your chamber inside of your mouth. You're just creating muscles and then releasing those muscles. Your kissing muscles, and that pulls the note down and bends it back up, and that's where blues harmonica comes from. And then they know, and then they will use multiple holes to create the chords. Right, and so that's blues harmonica in about 30 seconds. Obviously, there's more to know to it than that, but yes, if it says blues harmonica or harmonica, it's the diatonic harmonica, same exact thing. Like I say, the only ones that I'm aware of where they retune this and is generally available, like on Amazon, would be Lee Oscar's Melody Makers, and those have a different arrangement of the reeds, and they're very clear on the thing. Hey, this is tuned differently than a standard harmonica. But blues, they use the word blues to sell it to blues players because honestly, they're the only ones who are taking advantage of this instrument anymore. We're doing kind of a progressive and weird thing, which is to treat it like a musical instrument and making real music come out of it. And the blues players and those higher level harmonica players will say that this is the beginner stuff. It's not the beginner stuff at all. To get a good quality melody out of this is much harder than people give it credit for, and what you guys are doing is actually pretty challenging, as you know. I mean, it's pretty hard to do. So yeah, you'll be fine if you buy a blues harmonica in G. It's the same as a regular harmonica in G. Let's see. All right, Buffalo Gals. Remember, try to read the lyrics as we go along. We're going to play all four times through, and that way you'll be an expert at it. Oh, by the way, as I was talking about all these syllables, I actually in measure 5 gave you in parentheses the actual opportunity to know that you're going to be playing multiple. I could probably do that for the whole piece, but you'd end up with tons and tons of parentheses on there, and I'm not sure why I picked 5 in particular, but that's exactly what we're talking about here. Is if you have multiple syllables and you only have one note shown on your tablature or even up in the standard notation, that means, hey, play that same note multiple times to get in whatever number of syllables are in there. All right. Boy, we've learned a lot, right? We've learned about Gary's Venmo. We've learned about blues harmonica. We've learned how to bend notes. Meow. Meow, meow. And that's what's going on inside of your mouth. And it's kind of fun, right? And once you learn to do it, then unfortunately it's hard not to do it, and so you have to pay attention. You'll start getting bent notes when you're playing melody that may or may not serve you. All right, here we go. Let's play a song. 1, 2, 3. Something got stuck in my... Here you go, $80 harmonica. Still gets full of junk, right? Let me try it. Let me see if that 5 is going to cooperate. There we go. All right, just got full of junk. From the 6. 1, 2, 3. That's a fun song. And again, I think with all the extra notes in there, knowing how the lyrics roll through is pretty important. Yeah, so there you go. Let's. Oh, guys, you're sharing some of the harmonicas that you like. The Hohner G, Chris. I like my Hohner G, and Kat has a melody maker. My G is a special 20, same as my the C I usually use. I'm using my. When I was doing a crossover today on C, yeah, I would say pretty much if you stick with Hohner, Suzuki, and Seidel, you're probably likely to end up with very nice harmonicas no matter what. With harmonicas, the more you spend, the better it is, pretty much. So you don't want to spend $4, but it really from $20 up. I think they're all pretty good harmonicas, and some just are. They talk about the thickness of reeds and stuff. People find the one that they like the best. I wouldn't spend too much time becoming an expert on harmonicas until you're really ready to be an expert on harmonicas. And then, just like I did, you just go grab the internet and read until you're sick of it. And in the blues world, there's a lot of guys doing a lot of work on harmonica, and so that's why. You see so much blues harmonica on there. Chromatic has fallen out of favor almost entirely. When you look on YouTube, the new videos coming on are almost always from China because they have, this is an instrument they teach kids on. So that's kind of an interesting fact. We've done 100 and I don't know how many episodes of this have we done, and you would think that people would be like, gosh, this guy's really working hard on chromatic. Oh, we should pay attention to him. But nobody's Googling chromatic harmonica except us. All right, let's see. Let's go grab our chromatic scales. If you're diatonic only, you're good for today. I'll see you all tomorrow. If you have your chromatics, let's go grab those. Let's get warmed up. And let's do our chromatic scales. Today we are working on... the third one, our Wednesday scale, the D major, right? And this day requires your entire focus. This is like, oh God, we're going to play the D major scale. We're going to be doomed. And so, yeah, that's what we're about to do. Get your game face on, chromatic players. All right, here we go. From the top. Steady, even, try to get them all perfect. 2 times through. 1, 2, 3, 4. Started on this one. I need to start on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Yeah, interesting. I hadn't played this in a couple of weeks, and it definitely is showing signs of being a little more resistant. If you play them every day, and you're keeping the moisture tapped out of them and stuff, they tend to respond a little bit better. And so that's the challenge with having too many harmonicas, is you don't get to play them all every day. And I think the more you play them, the more your mouth gets used to the certain pressures and stuff that happens in that particular harmonica, and you just get better with this specific instrument. Let's go to Hedwig's theme, and then let's take a look at Marcia's question here. All right. Why is that there? That's weird. It doesn't need to be there. There it is. Okay. Marcia asks, Hedwig's thing, upper left, repeat say 0 to 34 and 35 to the end, but I can only locate measures 31. So let's see. Yes. Yes. Sometimes I made a mistake there. So let's fix this. You should be playing 0 through 29, not 34. And see, this is the last thing I always fix is the repeat block, and sometimes I forget. So after I type everything in and I get the thing and I play it through 100 times, then I'm like, all right, this is exactly what I want. Then I go create the repeat block, and the repeat block, obviously in this case, I didn't go back and do. So I probably deleted a couple of measures at the end, and then it messes up the measure number. So you should play 0 through 29. And then go back to 1 and play through 28. And then it's 30 to the end. 30 to end. All right. So, Marcia, let me repeat. The repeat block should say 0 through 29, 1 through 28, and 30 to end. And again, thank you for finding those mistakes. I'm always trying to get our sheet music to be perfect and have it set up where just any dang fool can come wandering by and join us playing harmonica. And so even little mistakes on here make a big deal, and I really do want everything to be exactly right. And so please don't, if you ever see something on a piece of music and you're like, I don't know if that's right or not, send me a note or bring it up in chat, whatever, so that we can make sure to get this right. My goal is when I'm dead, the hour that I'm laying on my deathbed, I'm going to just take my Gary's Big Book of Harmonica and just dump the whole thing out on the internet and then die. And that's my deathbed plan. And so I want to have all of our sheet music be really, really solid. And then right as I know I'm not going to get in trouble for copyright, I'm going to dump the whole thing on the internet. And then 300 years from now, they'll be studying harmonica in the 21st century, the early 21st century harmonica players, and they will run across Gary Ugert's Big Book of Harmonica, and they'll be like, well, so here's this guy taking all these old-fashioned songs and turning them into harmonica songs. Now, Hedwig's theme is not an old-fashioned song, and Hedwig's theme is from Harry Potter, and if you have watched any of the Harry Potter movies, you'll know this song. If you have not watched any of the Harry Potter movies, you got your work cut out for you. This song is very, very unusual. John Williams is one of the great composers of the late 20th century, early 21st century, and it's an amazing piece of music, and it really, really works, but you have to, it's helpful to know how the melody works on this, and so it would not be a bad idea for you at all for you to go listen to the MP3s and make sure you know how it goes. So here we go from the top. It's a 3-beat count in, below 2, and then hold on for the ride. Okay. And I'll see if I can get it as close to correct rhythmically so you'll hear it in yours as well. 1, 2, 3. Got it? Does that make sense? Not, I didn't play it exactly perfectly, but I got the big idea behind it, and I'd like to do it one more time. You gotta hold on for the ride. This one's tough, and I'm not being overly devoted to the standard notation timing. I'm really trying to channel the movies, right? And they play this theme over and over and over in a million different ways through the course of those 8 films, and so you get away with just about anything on this. And I do think if you can play this, this is pretty challenging piece. So hopefully you're either like Patricia, love it, not right, kill it, or you're like, oh, I don't have any idea what's going on here, and that's okay too. So if it's not going well, go listen to the MP3. You'll hear it enough times. Just sit and watch the music and listen to it a few times, and then try to grab your harmonica and see what it sounds like. Let's do it one more time, just as before. 1, 2, 3. Phew, I'm in the don't get it crowd, Melissa says. Yeah, it's definitely, if you know the movie and if you know the tune, you're like, yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. But it's definitely not something you're going to sight read through and be like, oh, that totally makes sense. So go listen to the MP3 a few times if you're in the I don't get it crowd, okay? And listen and listen and listen. Those MP3s are super helpful on songs that you're less familiar with. And guys, this is Harmonica. We're going to be doing lots and lots of songs that you have never heard of before. I try to pick a lot of popular tunes, but because we're all from different places and different age groups and all this stuff, we're going to have lots of songs. Some of these songs, when I do modern songs, none of the older people know those. When I do older songs, none of the newer people, younger people know. And then I, of course, do tons and tons of songs that I have found along the way in my musical journey that I love that none of you have ever heard of before. And I'm like, this this is the most important song, you should work on this. And so there's that. All right, kind of a long class today. Apologize. I tried to leave a little bit more time for you guys to work on your own afterwards. But hopefully we got some things answered today, and we'll leave it at that. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Here in Colorado, we're getting ready for an epic snowstorm. I'm going to go ahead and guess it's probably another Channel 9 storm, which means that we're going to way over forecast it, and then it's just going to be a regular snowstorm. But who knows? every 4 or 5 years, Channel 9 gets it right. So we'll see how the week progresses. Let's see, where did we leave off? Melissa is in the Don. I'm lost. Don't hear a melody. Maybe it's about my age. No, it's not about your age. It's about you haven't spent enough time watching the Harry Potter movies. Yeah, if you are not a huge Harry Potter fan, there's a good chance that melody makes no sense to you. And so again, MP3, go listen to the MP3. Evelyn, Hedwig's theme is fun to play and a lot easier this time than last November when we began it. That's the key there, right? Those of you guys who were around in November and we tried this, I could barely play it, right? And now I'm like, yeah, this thing is correct. It's definitely there. The tune is there. Dum 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 dum, right? And you get all these weird notes in there, and you can tell it's on a minor blank, but there's tons and tons of button pushing in it because you have all these notes that don't make any sense in there. So yeah, yep, I get it. Let's see, didn't see the movie. The only one in the world probably. No, lots of people didn't see the movie. I happen to have all 8 of them memorized because they're on, every time they're on TV, I'm like, I'm going to watch that. But yeah, lots of people didn't see them, which is crazy because they're wonderful movies, by the way. There's a lot of really bad movies that I've seen that were important, right? Harry Potter maybe isn't important, but they are wonderful movies. They all actually stick together as wonderful stories. So let's see. Melissa, have a wonderful day. Don, you bet. Patricia, good to see ya. Melissa, maybe rain. Hopefully it'll rain. We're gonna get some snow for sure. Marcia, it could help you listen to the end. Yeah, you're busy looking for measure 34, right, Marcia? You're like, there's no 34. I don't understand what's going on. Yeah, we'll look at the sheet music and listen to the MP3 simultaneously, and it'll start to come together for you. It really will. And just even if you look at the sheet music itself, this thing's crazy. It's all over the place. Yeah, it's a tough piece of music. So it's advanced. Thanks for another fun harmonica lesson. You bet, Pauline. Good to see you. Carol, would you repeat the repeats? Yes. Repeats are 0 through 29, and then 1 through 28, and then 30 to the end. Okay, and I will update the sheet music on the website eventually. 0 through 29, then 1 through 28, and then 30 to the end. Okay, fairly straightforward repeat on this one. You see the forward repeat on bar 1. You see the backward repeat on bar 29. Above 29 it says 1. That means you play into it the first time and not the second time. The second time the bar above measure 30 says this is where you play the second time through. Okay, so hopefully that's helpful. Francis, Hedwig is fun even if I miss a note here and there. Like Smoke Gets in Your Eyes, this one's a little bit all over your harmonica. Very challenging piece, and I think it's worth the effort. I really do. The day that you understand what Hedwig's theme is about and that you're playing it on a harmonica, you're like, yeah, okay, Gary was right. This is a good song. All right, so yeah, thanks, Fran. Valerie, didn't see the movie, didn't even read the books. I read the first 3/4 of the books, and then I'm like, it seems like these are getting all to be the same, so I gave up on them. I don't know if I gave up on them. I will finish them at some point in my life, but the movies really are good. Let's see. Carol, you bet. And Christine, do not understand repeats going to 34 when it only shows measure 31. Marcia mentioned this earlier. Yes, you missed something, Christine. The repeat block is incorrect, and so the repeat block should read 0 through 29, 1 through 28, and then 30 to the end. And I will update the sheet music so that you guys have correct sheet music. And thank you, Marcia, for bringing that to our attention. And so if you update your repeat block just by hand right now, and then I will update it on the computer and repost it. So that should help out everybody. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. I'll see some of you in ukulele. I'll see the rest of you guys tomorrow.